Hey, what's up, brother? How you been?
I got the shirt on.
How you been, bro? Forza Italia, man. Forza Italia.
Forza Italia, sempre, sì. How's everything?
Doing good. Can't complain.
Oh, yeah.
Glad to have you on the show, bro. So we're gonna start off. So, hello, what's up, Santino? Welcome to the 90-minute club. When the beautiful game is 90 minutes or more, and we're gonna start off introducing you. Welcome, Santino, on the show.
Thank you, man. I'm happy
So
to
tell me a
be
little bit
here.
about yourself before you
I'm
tell us
Santino.
about yourself.
I'm from Napoli, where Saviano was born there, and then I came here when I was 13. But I have perfect English, so and big Juventus fan growing up, because I like Buffon, because I was a portiere, I was a goalkeeper, and then I basically wanted to be a centrocampista, midfielder, because I love
Yeah,
playing
midfield.
midfield.
Yeah,
Pirlo was my idol, and I love it, and I'm happy that I'm happy you reached out to me about the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I need this, so it's good.
absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being on the 90-minute club. This is gonna be amazing. So, you were telling me about Dybala. There's a situation going on with Dybala. What's happening with that?
So Dybala's contract is ending. I think in this June, I believe I read something with Fabrizio Romano. So I saw Dybala. Like they want to get rid of him. Allegri, the management, Agnelli. All the high up in administration with Juventus is corrupt. I feel like, and we should keep Dybala because he's such an asset to the team. He's injury prone. Obviously, he's injury prone, but he's got great potential, following in the footsteps of Messi, and I feel like he's our jewel, La Joya. Like I feel like if we mold him,
Absolutely,
he could. Like he's 24, 25. Like we need him. Like I don't know why they're leaving him, letting him go. And part of it is I think they're talking about Salah coming to Juventus with I think 172 million euros to Liverpool. Plus, if we do that, plus give Dybala for free because he's going to go on a free transfer. I think Liverpool will take the bait, and I think we'll get Salah. So
but for me, by having Mohamed Salah on Juventus, especially, he's going to change the dynamic of not only Juventus. I just feel like Serie A in general, because especially with TE marketing, it's going to be huge by having a player like Mohamed Salah. We know what he's done with Chelsea, especially play with Fiorentina, play with Roma, amazing Liverpool right now. And by having him, you're probably going to get maybe 2, 3 games on television by live marketing, and that's going to be a huge standpoint. And jerseys, you're going to sell are going to be out the roof because everyone knows who he is. Not
oh,
only
everybody's going to
the
buy.
Premier League fans, but anyone in Europe and even people in Egypt because he's an icon over there.
Exactly. He's like, and he's had experience in Serie A. Serie A, he knows how the system works. Serie A is a very defensive mindseted league, sort of, is so called to speak. And I feel like Salah, like Juventus thing, like we need a nice striker. We're gonna break the bank. We're gonna go all out on one player, and obviously we're gonna get Berardi from Sassuolo. I heard about that. Rudiger, I believe, you know, um, from Chelsea, he's gonna come in. I think Romano. Here we go. He's already saying Rudiger is most likely gonna come. Deal's gonna be done soon. I think in the coming weeks or maybe next week. So
I did hear rumors maybe Berardi might come to Napoli, but like I said, it's not 100% official. Nobody knows. There's also rumors maybe Raspadori. I think he said might go
Raspadori.
to Inter. Raspadori, they say I think either Juventus or Inter want him. That was the big transfer.
Inter might get him, and we're gonna get Berardi, Rudiger, and I know I feel like Salah. Salah. Well, Rudiger would be the right back, so it's gonna be Chiellini.
Yeah,
We have Chiellini, Bellucci. We have obviously no more Alexandro. He was left back, but we have DeShilio. He's a right back, so I feel like the Shilio replacement. That's definitely gonna be um, Rudiger, and
absolutely.
DeShilio. You know,
Absolutely. I mean, for me, Dybala leaving, it's a shame because, like, over the weekend, he scored 2 goals. He had a great game. I'm shocked to hear it because, like, for me, he played so well in Juventus. I mean, even though he started his career with Palermo, and he really brought like his A game alongside Cavani and Pastore. He was a different kind of breed. I mean, but I don't know. Dybala leaving Juventus is gonna really hurt. I mean, in my opinion, I really think maybe he might go to the Premier League. I really think Manchester United would really fit really well for him.
I think that yeah, the Premier League, Man City was actually going to they were talking about it. Even in the past months ago, they were him being linked to Man City, him being linked to Liverpool. Liverpool was the big one that he was linked to.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know the whole situation completely like 100% with Dybala, but I know obviously 100% he's leaving, and we need a replacement ASAP because the Champions League, we're out. Like,
I mean, I'm still shocked. I mean, I don't know. I guess like for Italian clubs, especially in the Champions League right now, it's a shame what happened. Like for me, like Inter, when they lost against Liverpool, I mean, Lautaro Martinez scored probably goal of the tournament probably for me. But however, it's a shame because like they played so well in the second leg. The first leg they didn't show up, and they lost by a goal, but they showed hard.
I know.
Unfortunately, Juventus, I'm gonna be honest, they didn't show up against Villarreal at all, and that was the real shame.
That's when I knew Allegri, you got to go. Max Allegri is the worst Serie A coach I've been. I've Juventus, I've been with a Juventus fan for. I usually, when I was growing up, I used to watch different teams, and then a couple years ago, I really got into Juventus because they had Buffon, and just and I've been to Torino, I've seen Allianz Stadium, but the management, I remember when we went to the Champions League, the biggest thing that I was so excited about was Atletico, the comeback, 3-0, Ronaldo hat trick. That was like, wow, that was the best thing that happened. That's when I was like, okay, Allegri's good. And then now this Champions League season, I'm like, bro, what? Get fight. What are you doing?
What doesn't make sense to me is like, for example, that season they beat Atletico Madrid. I think the next game they lose against Porto. I mean, no offense to Porto, but they didn't have anybody on the club at all that was
No,
actually good.
Porto, yeah, Porto, I think, yeah. I mean, they have, yeah, you're right. There's not that many people, and they're gonna fall down the whole league. They're gonna. Oh, my grandmother's on the line.
Hello?
No, 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 no. So I feel like, like I have a feeling. I mean, obviously the semifinals is going to be Real Madrid. I feel like Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern, and
Liverpool.
yeah,
Got the
that's
Liverpool.
it. And Bayern's going to win it all. I feel like Bayern's going to win it all. So
Like another thing, obviously, like we're talking about the international break, and we're talking about Italy, and the line was already discussed. We'll talk about Dybala and club level in another episode. I'm really focused on right now, especially with the national team happening tomorrow. So is that okay with you?
this is what? I didn't hear you.
Is it okay
You cut
with you
off.
to talk about the national team?
Well, one more time.
Is it okay if we talk about the national team right now?
Let's get that because that's what we're
Okay,
here for.
awesome.
Italia,
So
Macedonia.
obviously, right here, we're all here for the big game, Italy Macedonia tomorrow on ESPN Plus at 3:45. By the way, make sure you use the hashtag 90Minute Club and follow us on Twitter. So our lineup is a 4-3-3 formation. Obviously, we got Donnarumma and net. Our defense is Fiorenzi, Mancini, Bastoni, Emerson. Then we have Barella, Jorginho, and Verratti as our two mids. And then our three forwards is Berardi, Immobile, and Insigne. Judging by this formation I've discussed right, is anybody you think that deserves this startup line compared to anybody on this lineup, or no? Or you think the lineup's perfect as it is?
Well, I mean we have for I think obviously Bonucci, Chiellini, they need to start. They need to. There's they're not. I mean I feel like we still have some good defense.
They're not starting the first game.
Who is?
They're not going to start the first game. They're
Yeah,
injured.
I heard that, but I heard that. So that's I mean obviously after
So in the
that.
second game, we'll definitely see them. Absolutely.
But I feel like midfield, Jorginho, Barella, you said, but I think Tonali. Put Sandro Tonali in. He's a good young kid.
Absolutely.
Came from Brescia.
I feel like Inter right now. I mean, they're having a struggle of their own, but Barella is getting destroyed. He's gassed out. I just feel like he's playing too many games right now. He's not performing to the top level. And it's because obviously Serie A right now with COVID and too many games happening at once. That's the whole reason why Chiesa got injured, if you really think about it. It's
Yeah,
just too many games at once.
that's true, and I think yeah, you're exactly right. Like Barella's been going 100 miles an hour every game. He's getting
I love Barella. I think he's the heart of this team.
Nicola Barella is yeah. He's I feel like he's underrated to a lot of people, But he's like
Absolutely.
just like Belotti, Andrea Belotti from Torino. I feel like those two in the whole Serie A are so underrated. Nobody talks about them a lot. So
I agree. I agree. I do see that. I do see that. Belotti scored a very important goal. I believe against Juventus. I think a couple weeks ago, very big goal. I think they drew that game, right? They draw 1-1.
against
It was 1-1.
oh
It was I think Torino Juventus. I think it was 1-1. Immobile scored. Not Immobile. I mean Belotti. Belotti scored.
Torino Juve, it was February, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
I think it was on the right.
Belotti
I know
scored.
Belotti scored. I know he did.
It was
I think the
Belotti
result was
scored,
1-1.
and then Juve it was the lit scored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then yeah. Talking about the back four, we have Fiorenzi, Mancini, Bastoni, and Emerson. Is there any of those four you would change, or any player you think that doesn't deserve the starting lineup out of
You
the four
said
defense?
who were the defenders again?
It's Fiorenzi, Mancini, Bastoni, Emerson. Fiorenzi from Milan, Mancini from Roma, Bastoni from Inter, and Emerson from, I believe, Lyon.
Uh well, for now, obviously, for this game, this is Macedonia. This is a small team, and they're probably we're gonna blow them out for sure. So I think we keep those, and then when we get more into after we demolish the Macedonia, then we put our legends, our veterans in, and we start eating from there. We start going after everybody.
Just like how Antonio and I at TV said, we're eating him like the Macedonia salad, right?
Yeah. Antonio. He said, "I'm the GOAT." He's a big Cassano fan. Antonio.
He's so funny. He's great.
He's
He's great.
crazy. He's from Bari
So
too.
that back four you would keep as is, right?
What is that?
There's nobody you would switch out of that back four.
It's debatable. I'm not sure. I mean, those picks are good because it's like I said, we have Macedonia. It's an easy. I feel like it's an easy win. Italy's not the best in the past with smaller teams, but after their performance with the Euros, I feel like we're gonna get really far in this World Cup. I have a gut feeling. I think that's the perfect. We keep the back four. That's perfect for tomorrow.
Absolutely. The big debate is either it's going to be Mancini from Roma or it's going to be Acerbi from Lazio. One of the two is going to get the
I
start.
put Acerbi in. That's it. Lazio. I wanted Lazio to beat Roma because Lazio. I like. Actually, no. I would want. Yeah, Acerbi. We're gonna put him in. I like Lazio. Lazio, especially Milinkovic, Savic, and Immobile. Immobile is up there. 21 goals this season. He's tied with Vlahovic, and he's nonstop, always on the top leaderboard. So I feel like Acerbi. Yeah, Acerbi. We're gonna put it.
So Acerbi for Mancini, you would make that switch.
Yes.
Okay. Then we have the mid three. We got Barella, Jorginho, and Verratti. Barella from Inter, Jorginho from Chelsea, and Verratti from Paris Saint-Germain.
That's a tough decision.
Anybody you would switch, or you just keep it as it is?
I don't know. What about Berna?
I mean, for Barella,
Berna's called up. Bernadeschi.
Bernadeschi's not called up.
No, he wasn't called up. What about Lazzari? Lazzari, no, not.
Pellegrini.
What?
You mean Pellegrini, right?
No, I know. No, Lorenzo. He's obviously Pellegrini, but there was Lazzari from Lazio. I don't know if he got called.
Oh, Lazzari, yes, Lazzari.
Lazzari. Let me see. Yeah, because I mean, Pellegrini, obviously, after that free kick the other day. Pellegrini, put Pellegrini in. He's him. I would start him in, but not this. I wouldn't start him in like tomorrow. I mean, it would be good, but we have we, I don't know. I feel like we keep it how it is,
No, I agree. The mid three is so strong. My biggest debate, and been discussing this with a couple of my friends in the 90-minute club, is that Verratti and Jorginho, when they play together, they're so similar. It's like, when they play, it's like they counteract each other. But I love Verratti and Jorginho. They're great players, but they play the same method. They have too much possession. Jorginho likes to hold the ball. Verratti likes to hold the ball. And we've seen that, Verratti played a phenomenal game against
Yeah.
Real Madrid. Chelsea's been playing very well. Jorginho's been getting assists to Christian Pulisic this year. So overall, they've been playing very well. I just don't know they can link up together. What I would do personally is one of the two, I would switch for Tonali because I really like Tonali. He's playing very good for AC Milan. He can hit the deep ball just like Andrea Pirlo can. So that's my personal opinion. But
I
like I
believe
said, well, the mid three we have, it's perfect. I love the mid three we have.
mid three, Jorginho, Barella, Verratti, right?
Yes.
That's it. And then Berardi, Immobile, Insigne up top.
Yes.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
What about
So yeah, the front three is Berardi, Immobile, Insigne. Yes. So Berardi from Sassuolo, Immobile from Lazio, and Insigne from Napoli. Well, technically Toronto because he's leaving now in June technically.
yeah? That's perfect lineup. I'm looking at another thing for the 1 second. I feel like we should make a switch with. I mean, and here's another thing. Balotelli, man, I'm so mad he didn't get called up. I am so mad.
I don't know why, but for me, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he deserves the call up. It's because you know what, him in the locker room, it's just too much tension and everything else. He causes too many problems. And you could see that when he plays in the national team. Like, Prince, that first game he plays, he shows up, he's a monster. But then after that, he takes 2, 3 shots, he puts his head down, and you don't see him. You don't see him. If you think about it, I mean, Balotelli right now, he's playing good. He's playing good in Turkey. I believe Vincenzo Mondella's his coach, actually. I
Really?
believe, yeah, I think Mandela's his coach, and I believe that's his coach.
Let me see. As far as the four, I think
The
the other
front
one,
three,
Matteo
for
Politano
me, another debate is Scamacca. I think Scamacca's got to come in the second half.
from Sassuolo. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, Scamacca from Sassuolo is amazing. And then you know what? Well, take out Insigne for Raspadori, all three from Sassuolo. They're really going to get that push, and they're going to get that experience. They're playing very well. Against Inter, they played the game of their life, and I feel like they do that again. Oh, we'll win 3-0
Yeah.
this game.
I think tomorrow, our prediction, yeah, obviously we're gonna win. But big thing, I feel like they should put Matteo Politano. He got called up from he's from Napoli, obviously. They should put him in. Like I said, it's an easy game. I feel like it's an easy win. And then after the second half, then we put in our more seasoned veterans, or more like we could start him over Insigne for. Actually, no. We start him over Belotti.
Yes.
And then after we sub him in and maybe the 60th minute we put in Matteo Politano, or even actually I'll do even
Wait, Politano for Insigne or Politano for Berardi?
but after like the 70th minute we put Politano in.
I love that. I actually like it. I love that. That's like perfect. I don't know. For me, the big debate is obviously we know this, and Tito Immobile with the national team. Like, you know what? Immobile, when it comes to the big stage for the national team, he can't, he doesn't, I feel like doesn't provide. We all know during the Euro, I feel like after the game against Turkey and Switzerland, I feel like he's in trouble. And that's my big debate. Immobile in big games, he doesn't show up. But you know what? I have a feeling tomorrow he's going to score. Tomorrow Immobile is going to show up. That's my prediction.
I have a feeling. Yeah, like Immobile. Of course, he's been scoring almost most of his Serie A appearances. Obviously, he's killing it. Chiro, and I think he's gonna score, of course. And I feel like it's probably gonna be like way like a lot of goals. are probably going to happen. I feel like from Italy. I feel like people are thinking, oh, Macedonia might come back, and Macedonia might pull through this and that. I feel like it'll be like a 5-0 game. Like I feel like
No, listen.
you don't feel that way.
I guess I don't know. I guess for me, it's like we know what happened 4 years ago against Sweden,
Sweden, I know.
and I
Oh,
don't want the terror to happen. We all know what happened. We know it was a terrible day, not only for Azzurri fans, but just the football world in general, because it ended I guess it ended a record that we had. Since 1958, we've been to every single World Cup, and we haven't been to that one. So for me, it's like in 2018, if we made it, we could have won the whole thing. I mean, if you really think about it, there wasn't many teams that could contend besides Belgium, France.
yeah. France would be the
Like
big top one. It would be like 2006 again.
exactly, that's the only team that you could really say, oh yeah, that could actually like give us a struggle. But if you really look at it on paper, we should at least win 2-3-0 at least. I'm not counting on Macedonia because you know what, this is a country, by the way, that defeated Germany a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We tied against Italy 1-1 in 2017, and basically a reason why we didn't qualify and get first spot in our group against Spain in 2017, going to 18, obviously. So it's going to be it's not going to be easy at all. I'm not denying that, but at the end of the day, we are Italy. We have 4 World Cups. We have 2 Euros. We need to show up, and we got to do it now. And with this squad we have,
we got to
should
do it.
kill them 2-3-0.
3-0?
Another debate I have is we all know that Giovanni Di Lorenzo from Napoli got injured against Udinese, and replacing him is Di Lorenzo. What do you think of the switch? Not Di Lorenzo. De Chio. De Chio is replacing Di Lorenzo.
Di Lorenzo or Florenzi?
Yeah, De Chio is replacing Di Lorenzo. So Fiorenzi's basically taking his spot for now, but De Chio is the backup.
I don't like that. I'd say we put Di Lorenzo in. Di Lorenzo's more seasoned veteran. He knows.
No, I'm saying he's injured. Di Lorenzo's injured. De Chio is replacing him.
No, you're saying De Chio. No. Yeah, De Chio. My bad. I'm sorry. I forgot the whole Di Lorenzo thing. I think, I don't know. De Chio, he's had a lot of slip-ups, even for Juventus, even in Champions League. De Chio is, I'm like, sort of, I'm not a De Chio guy at all. I don't really, he's not, he doesn't like amaze me, the way he plays. Sometimes he has like one match wonders where everybody's, oh my God, De Chio this, De Chio that. Most of the time, he's like, his form is like, it's like the stock market, up and down. He's not.
I agree. He is up and down. I mean, the last goal I think he scored was against Roma, right? I remember when Roma was up, I think 3-0. They came back, won 4-3. I think that was his last goal.
Oh, like a couple weeks ago.
No,
2 months ago.
Yeah, about 2 months ago. Yeah, right. It was the game that Chiesa got injured. It was the same game that Chiesa got injured.
Where he tore his
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, that was the exact same game. Yeah.
That's I forgot about that. Yeah, because I checked it and I was like, oh my God, it was 4-3. You had this, what? How? And yet they can't beat Villarreal. Like, it's crazy how Juve acts, So I feel like the Chilio is right back, right? Right back.
De Chio is I think he's a right back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a right back because Fiorenzi's taking his spot.
Bastoni is what?
Bastoni is a center back. Bastoni and Mancini are both center backs. And then you have Acerbi, which could replace them. Any of the two.
We do.
But,
Acerbi. Acerbi over. That's Lazio. That Lazio player Acerbi. We should definitely 100%. He should replace the Chilio. The Chilio shouldn't even get called up this year. I'm sorry to say it. I mean, actually.
the only reason why the Chilio got called up is because Di Lorenzo got injured. I feel like that's the only reason.
I take that back because we need an extra guy, an extra right back, and I feel like, at least for this game we used the Chilio, and after that, just bench him.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I
yeah.
agree.
What else we got? What else we got to talk about? Let me see. Let me check my Facebook. What else? I got to check some stuff. Let me see. 1 second.
So the next thing I want to talk about, I don't know if you saw the Derby della Capitale, Lorenzo Pellegrini's free kick against Lazio. That was absolutely delicious.
That was. I wasn't even. We obviously Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham, amazing, amazing player. And then we had Pellegrini. After I saw the kick, I was like, right in the top right corner. I was like, that is something you don't see often. That the style you don't see that often.
No, I know. But for me, Pellegrini this year, I think he scored 3 free kicks. I know he scored one against Juventus, and then one not even a couple days ago. And I'm saying to myself, oh my. For the national team, for me, I want this kid's kicking every free kick. Let him kick every single one. The kid's phenomenal.
I know it's crazy how he like I was watching because Marco from Italian Football TV. Shout out to Marco if he's watching. I doubt it. One day,
Yo, Marco.
Marco. But Marco was there and he was going nuts over it, and we saw from there was like other angles of the free kick. I watched the replays and stuff, and I was like, oh my god! And it looked like he just like it looked like Pellegrini has been obviously like I don't even know how to explain it. He obviously knew what he was doing, and it's amazing how
Absolutely.
I've never seen a free kick like that in Serie A. Never like that. Never
No, no. The way he dips the ball to the right, it reminds me of Ronaldo a little bit, or Pirlo, like the way it
Well, and
angles. It's
Messi,
just,
Messi too.
it's magnificent.
Messi does the exact same thing too.
Wait, you cut out. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said Messi does the exact same thing too.
Yeah, Messi does the same thing. Um, the big debate, and I was talking about this to a lot of my friends from the 90-minute club. They were stating that like, why Calabria didn't get chosen? As soon as Di Lorenzo got injured, I would have chose Calabria. I think he would have been the perfect fit for Milan right now. He's playing a fantastic season. Not only is defensive, he can give the deep ball here and there, but I feel like he's going to be a player we're going to miss, and that's going to really be I don't know, I guess really be painful. Maybe cost us in the long run, maybe against Portugal, but let's hope not. What do you think?
Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to think. This is my first podcast too, so it's like I'm winging it, sort of. I know what I have to say, but I don't know. I think Calabria.
Calabria from Milan, the defender on
Yeah,
the right.
David, right? David.
Yeah, Calabria. Yeah, he's so
Yeah,
good.
obviously Calabria. I haven't even heard any news about him, like a lot. I haven't heard anything about him, nothing. And I feel like he's another player, like I said, and is like underrated. Like I haven't heard anything about him. Not even nobody's mentioned him. And this is the first time I'm hearing it in months and months and months. So I feel like we'll keep him. He's only like 25, and I think that's a good pick. That he should be, yeah. That's not bad. That's a good pick. That's a good pick, Mikel.
No, that was as soon as I saw that, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, they need a defender, and then they pick the Shio, which hasn't played the national team since 2016. His last game he played was against Germany in 2016
Yeah.
when he scored the penalty in the shootout, and obviously we lost that.
Everybody's, oh yeah, of course.
Another big topic right now is it's official. Almas, the player from Napoli, will not be playing in the game tomorrow. He received a yellow card in his last match with the national team for Macedonia, so he won't be there, which is a huge advantage to us.
That's big
because Macedonia
he's a good midfielder for Napoli. He's a very good midfielder.
He's more than a midfield. Sometimes he can play on the right, he can play on the left, play the mid. He's so good. He's so versatile. And Elmas not being there in that first game is huge because that gives us a huge advantage. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't know anybody from Macedonia besides him. He was the only one I knew.
Yeah, me too.
Just because he plays in Napoli. He's the only one. So, I mean, I'm blessed he's not playing. And at the same time, that's another reason why we should destroy them easily. There are other
100%.
players from Levante. I believe he's suspended as well. His name is something like that. I don't know what he is, but he's a pretty good player, and he's not going to play as well. So that's
Bardi, Ennis Bardi. Yeah.
yeah, it is Bardi. Yeah, he's very very good for Levante. Very good player.
He's like an attacking midfielder, I believe. So
Um,
I believe so.
let's hypothetically during the match we get a penalty. Who takes it for you? Who's your guy to take it?
A what penalty?
If we get a penalty during the match, who takes the penalty for you?
Insigne, 100%.
Really, Lorenz? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You know, I'm gonna be honest. He's missed a couple in Serie A. We know Jorginho's missed 2 or 3 with Italy. So I'm gonna be honest. For me, George, if we have to have a shootout and Jorginho takes a penalty, I would only make him shoot if he shoots either number 1 or 2. I wouldn't make him shoot 5th
Oh,
because that's where the press
I
is
thought
gonna
you
be.
meant in like for the penalty
Yeah,
shootout.
if it's actual match, it's going to be Insigne or Berardi. Berardi during penalties is phenomenal. He's been playing very good, and on penalties alone, he's been destroying it. He scored every single one, even for Sassuolo. Like the way those front 3 play, it's scary, and it's scary. Like especially next year, if they're going to switch teams. You know, maybe Berardi might go to Juventus or Scamacca might go somewhere else. Or Raspadori. You know, we all know when you have a main front 3, they're going to leave. Look at Pescara. Back in the day, you had Verratti, Insigne, and Immobile. All 3 of them went their all separate ways. And look at them now. They're the best. They're probably in the top 10 best players right now playing for the national team.
The national team is slowly, since Mancini, they're slowly like building back up, especially from when we lost to Sweden, and we're slowly. I know for a fact in a couple of years, or I know we're like the next World Cup and the next one after that, another 4 years, another 4 years. By the next World Cup for sure, it'll be like we'll be so formidable. We'll have all these new young players like the next. You know, the next Cannavaro, the next Pirlo, the next Maldini, the next, Gattuso. We're going to have really good. I have a feeling because each year that the national team plays, like not each year, but, whatever they have. I always see slowly progressing. Mancini's doing an amazing job. So we're slowly moving up, and I feel like I'm excited to see this World Cup. If Italy pulls through, I feel like their mindset is gonna change. They're gonna open up and say, "You guys know what we gotta do? Dai, ragazzi. We know andiamo. We know what we gotta do." So I feel like that's it.
So let's see. The actual full list of the 33. Is there anybody you think that would come on the second half and make a difference?
On the
Anybody
second half?
in the second half? Is there anybody you think that would come on and replace
I
anybody?
feel like. I know. Let me see. I'm looking because I have the list right here too. I know. I feel like
for the forwards, it's Bellotti, Berardi, Immobile, Insigne, João Pedro, Politano, Raspadori, Scamacca, Zaccagni, and Zaniolo. For me, it's Zaniolo.
Nicola Zaniolo. Yeah, from Roma. He's young.
Zaniolo. I would love to see Zaniolo come on.
That's it. He's young. He's got. And he had links to Juventus a couple time ago.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, boys? How are you?
What's up? How you doing?
What's up? This is one of my guys. His name's ACAT. He's from 90 Minute Club.
Sorry, I'm just driving home, so it's dark.
What do you got? The Italian shirt on?
No, I don't. It's a Duke.
Oh, I saw blue. I saw blue.
Tomorrow.
You got excited. You got excited. So Anthony, Santino is a Juventus fan. He's a big Italian fan. He's also a journalist as well. So it's an honor for him. It's an honor having you on our show. So I really do appreciate it. Anthony, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining as well.
No problem.
So we're talking about Anthony. I'm gonna actually get you on this. Is there anybody in the second half you would bring on and make a difference in this matchup? Anybody you see?
I guess it depends what the score is. If we're losing,
I agree with that. You can't. Yeah.
yeah, it all
Yeah. I'm
depends
stating
on
is okay.
the flow of the game. If we're losing, I put in Tonali for sure.
Okay.
If it's 0-0, take Immobile out, put Skamaka in. But I wouldn't make too many changes right at halftime. I guess it depends on what's going on. I can't comment on that right now.
Absolutely. Like I said, like we don't know the result and everything else. But I feel like a surprise player for me and everyone should be talking about is Daniela for Roma. Daniela for Roma, if he's healthy, he's going to make such a difference. And he didn't play in the Derby de la Capitale, but however, he's such a difference. He can cut in the box, give a nice cross. Same thing with Polidano. Maybe he comes in the second half. We don't know yet. But I think somebody that comes in the second half and makes a difference is Zaniolo. The way he's playing for Roma is fantastic. He deserved the cup in the Euro, which he didn't get, and now I think he's going to get redemption, and he's going to do something. He's going to do magical.
Another thing for tomorrow, I even have it here. Azzurri.
Oh, that's fresh. I love that.
I wish I could show you my tattoo.
And I have this. Vino alla fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fresh. That's
And
fresh.
I got it all. I got the Italian flag. Nonna, I got it all. Azzurri, this is my favorite. We're gonna win it. I know it.
Like, listen, tomorrow on paper, we should win. We should get at least 70% ball possession.
That's true.
We should take at least a total of, I would say, 5 to 10 shots at least. That's fresh, bro. That's fresh.
Oh yeah.
You can't see, but on the top, it's from my grandparents. They both died. It says "Sempre nel mio cuore," always in my heart.
That's fresh. That's fresh. So I'm gonna go back to Santino. Is there anyone you believe that in like that could make a difference in the match in the second half, maybe?
Usually our midfield has been weak. Don't get me wrong. Like way in the past. In the past, our midfield and even sometimes the defense messes up. I feel like Locatelli, man, since being in with Sassuolo, since we acquired him from Sassuolo to Juventus, like Locatelli is like underrated again. I feel like he would definitely make a difference. Stefano Sensi from Sampdoria.
Sensi's so good. He's having a phenomenal season, Sensi. I think maybe maybe he might come on. Well, I'm sorry, Anthony. What were you saying?
I said I wish Inter still had him. We could use him right now.
What I missed? I missed Quagliarella. I miss him. Fabio?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
I wish he was younger.
I don't know why. Quagliarella went right before the Euros. He played a couple of games for qualification, and he did very well for his age. The things he does for Sampdoria, it's like, oh my.
But he's an older player.
He's up in his 30s, but the way he plays, he's like Di Natale. He doesn't miss.
Yeah.
I remember them, Di Natale and Quagliarella together in Udinese. Oh my, the way they could play. There are two players that made a difference so much. But another question I want to ask you is Santino, is Donnarumma. He's having a little bit of struggle with PSG. We know what happened against Real Madrid. He should have kicked the ball out of bounds. He didn't do that.
Yeah,
and
he kicked it so close.
And also, I believe the last game on Saturday or Sunday, he saved the penalty. However, he saved the penalty and the ball goes right back in the net. Do you think you start Donnarumma, or do you think later on I start Cranio, or maybe Golini?
Cranio from Cagliari, I mean, he's good. Sirigu from Genoa.
Really?
Or Golini from Tottenham, but nobody talks about him on that. But I think Sirigu, or I would go with I would go with Cranio. Cranio, Alessio, I think he's good, but let's give Donnarumma a chance. We slipped up with passing the
Absolutely.
ball. So
Absolutely. Like I said, I know it's in the back of his mind, but however, Donnarumma is our goalkeeper. He had an amazing Euro, and I can't deny it. If it wasn't for him, a lot of the matches we would have lost. He made some saves I never seen in my life. He reminds me so much of Buffon. The way his presence, just his size, and on penalties, the way he saves, it's amazing. Like his technique. He's another guy that, in my opinion, has changed his national team so much. And he's only what I think 23, 24.
he's
He's
young.
young,
Yes.
very very young, very very young. So before we end this, I'm going to ask another question for Ant. Will we wear the blue or white jersey tomorrow?
I'm wearing white.
No, I'm saying tomorrow on the pitch. We'll wear blue or white.
No, we're gonna wear blue for sure.
We're gonna represent because it's actually it's in Italy. With the stadium.
Yeah,
It's in Palermo, right?
Yep.
Another
We'll be
interesting
wearing
fact is in Palermo, our record is phenomenal. The last time I believe we played in Palermo, I think we won 8 or 9-1 against Armenia. I think it was against Armenia, I believe. I think Jorginho scored that game. Belotti scored. Chiesa scored. But when we play in Palermo, it's probably one of the best stadiums. And this is probably another reason why we have a huge advantage. Because when you play in Palermo, I feel like we play 10 times better. I remember we played the game in San Siro against Spain in the Nations League semifinal. Donnarumma getting so many boos from the fans because he went to PSG, which in my opinion the federation should have never done that. But at the end of the day, listen, we should win this game 2-3-0. I see Donnarumma even keeping a clean sheet. If there's a bet you would do on Caesars right now, put a bet for Donnarumma getting a clean sheet. That's a bet you should bet on right now. Drop like $20 in that guaranteed win.
Yeah, I feel like I
hope so. I hope so.
He's gonna recover from what he did. From what he's gonna. It was. Donnarumma is still young. He's only 20 years old. Like he's crazy. And I know clean sheet tomorrow. I have a high feeling that's what's gonna happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we got our fourth member on the bottom right corner. We got Dylan. How you doing, Dylan?
We're back.
What's
up, bro?
Paisan.
On the top right corner, as you can see, there's Santino. He is a journalist and he's a big Juventus fan.
Hey, Paisan, fratello.
I work sales now, but I'm trying to get into journalism too because I want to. I was telling Michelangelo, I'm like, yo, we're gonna. IFTV, they need to work with us. They need to help us.
Absolutely.
That'd be huge. That would be huge.
So I'm gonna tell you. So who's the surprise player you believe in this match will come off the bench and do something magical? Anyone you think that will do that?
Your boy Pellegrini.
My boy Pellegrini. You know what? I think he's gonna do it. Pellegrini is a player that I'm gonna be honest. Against Lazio, what a game he had. Make the cross in the middle. Set the deep ball. Tammy Abraham for Roma. What a player! What a kid! I think he's what? I think he's English. I think he's British, right? I think he's English.
Yeah, he's from England. Tammy Abraham is a crazy. Even Marco knows him. I mean, it's funny. Obviously, he's a reporter. He's only 24 years old. He's from London, I believe, and he's like first during the Derby de la Capitale, he had the goal in the first minute and then another goal in like the 20-something minute. Like this kid is going somewhere. He's young, so
absolutely. Anything you guys want to add during the match? Any surprise? Any goal scorers? Do you think? Another thing I'm gonna say is I just checked. Caesar says that the match will be over 2.5 goals. Do you guys agree? Yes or no?
Yes, 100%.
Dill, what do you think?
My prediction was 2-0 Italy. But I can what I can see happening is them, getting up 1-0, 2-0, and at the end they bring on some of the guys we talked about before, maybe as subs, and like a fast winger or something like that. Maybe Raspadori even.
Like Raspadori or maybe Raspadori Zaniolo maybe could come in.
Yep, somebody like that. And you know how like sometimes they put a sub in and like the other team goes all out press because they're losing, and we might get like a counterattack goal towards the end with like a sub. I think that would be good too to get like some of the subs in and get them a goal, just to, like build their confidence moving forward. Because if we win this game, there's still more to go. It's not like we win and we're in. So I think we got to get the chemistry going with everybody. But
Absolutely.
I
I
could
feel
maybe
like
3-0, maybe 3-0.
you say 3 mil. Okay. Okay. Another thing I stated before is Donnarumma to keep a clean sheet. We did state that. We both said yes, it's going to happen. So Santino, I'm going to go back to you. You being a Juventus fan, is there any Juventus player you believe on this roster that can make a difference, or anybody that can come on?
From Juve, of course, we always have Locatelli, like I said. Manuel from Sassuolo, good midfielder. Him and, like, as far as defense, we have Chiellini, Bonucci. They're already seasoned veterans. They know how to play this game. Locatelli's still young. He's still sort of wet behind the ears, but I know for a fact Locatelli will improve and he would want to make a name for himself because during how we acquired him, during the Euros, Juventus, that's when they really saw him. They kept the eye on him, because Locatelli was an amazing performer during the Euros, and that's when Juve really pounced on him and grabbed him and took him to the old lady. And I think my thing is Locatelli. I know he's going to do good.
You think he's going to come on in the second half?
Yeah, I feel like he's going to come on in the second half. I feel like, yep, he's going to come. So that's
Okay.
That's great. What else we got to talk about? Oh, Allegri.
Okay, Allegri. Yeah, talk about Allegri a little bit.
The worst coach for Juventus, man. I don't like this guy. After we got defeated, he said we were disappointed. We'll make our assessments to improve the team. We do that every year, he says. And then he also said, what really made me mad, there are 10 teams in Europe superior to Juventus. It's no shame. It's a fact. That's what he said. And I'm thinking, there's 10 managers superior to you. Like, we don't need you, Allegri. He already left before, and his mindset is score and park the bus. Once you score a goal, defend. It's like playing FIFA.
That's the worst thing to do.
Exactly, and he needs to play like Sarri ball. He needs to high attack and high pressing. He needs to be like Luis Enrique when they played for Spain, when he was managing Spain. Attack, even if he scored 3-0, 4-0, attack, 5-0, keep going. That's it. Like, and he doesn't. It's just I hope we get Zidane, or I hope we get I don't know, because Zidane, I don't know.
Zidane would do well. Actually, I wouldn't mind Zidane being the coach for that. He would be very good.
Zizou, he used to play. Obviously, he knows how to. Zizou, I know 100%. I know. I miss him. I also I wish he would take it all for the. Oh man, even Pirlo, man. Pirlo had a short stint at Juventus, but it's just we need a good offensive mindseted coach, manager. That's it.
Awesome. We're going to go to the next topic we have here. It was just announced yesterday, I believe. It's called the Finalissima Cup. It's going to be Italy and Argentina on June 1st at Wembley. We're going to talk about 5 minutes briefly about this. So Italy, Argentina on June 1st at Wembley. It's the champions of Europe against the champions of the Colombia, which is South America. What is your opinion on this cup?
Ooh. We have Argentina and Italia. This is two big teams. Argentina especially, they have Messi, they have Lautaro Martinez. I think
Messi, Lautaro Martinez, I think Di Maria.
Di Maria,
still there.
we have
Um,
Dybala.
Dybala. I
Higuain?
mean, let's see. Higuain's not going to get called up.
Oh, he's not gonna. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Let me see the Argentina call up. I didn't. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But just like I find it so funny. Like you have Italy and Argentina. They announced it in the beginning of the year, like, oh, you know, we're going to do this tournament. I was all for it. However, I'm not, this is what I'm terrified about is because like obviously we need to play these two games first between between Macedonia and then whoever we get between the Portugal and Turkey game. By the way, anything can happen, and that's the beauty of football. We never know what's going to happen. So whatever happens, those two results, then I'm going to say to myself, you know what? Then I'm looking forward to this. If we don't go through, I don't even care about the tournament. I don't care at all. That's how I feel like about it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this tournament, you know, it's just a friendly. It's just like it's a money grab. But however, it's a great marketing standpoint. You have one of the greatest players, Lionel Messi, facing a new generation of superstars in Italy. That's going to be the next big thing, not only in Italy, but they could be the next big thing in England, and Germany, could go anywhere.
Yeah.
And you know what? That it might be Messi's last World Cup this year in 2022 for Argentina. So that's another debate. And by having this game against Italy, it's gonna have just like. By the way, the tickets are gonna be insane. They already projected. I think the cheapest ticket is gonna at least like $600 easily.
Wow, that's a lot. Pounds or what? Dollars?
I'm assuming with a big match like that, like this tournament. The last time I think this happened, like it was like the champion of the two, whatever it was. I think it was 1985 or 1984. The only reason why they're having this is because the Confederations Cup, which was a tournament by FIFA, was abolished because of COVID and everything that happened.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that. It's been a lot of fun. Obviously, we'll talk about that later on when we reach that standpoint. My next question for you tomorrow: Italy, Macedonia. What is your prediction?
Score is going to be in the first half. I think Italy is going to score 2-0. And then in the second half, it's going to be another 2 goals. And then I think during the second half, Macedonia might, or Italy might concede 1 goal. I'm sort of like 90-10% about that, but I think it could be a 4-0 game. That's my final prediction, 4-0.
4-0 game. Who scores?
Insigne, Immobile, and Pellegrini. Actually, look, I love Locatelli, but I think Jorginho, Immobile, and Insigne. Wait, Chiesa. What about Chiesa?
Chiesa's not playing.
Yeah, that's what I forgot. So
Chiesa's injured. He's not going to play.
So
I mean, listen, if he was there, he would be starting this game against Berardi, any day. So we know that.
So Insigne, Locatelli, and Jorginho. Oh no, Immobile. Actually, Jorginho, Immobile, and Insigne. Final answer. That's it.
Jorginho, Immobile, Insigne.
That's it.
So that's 3 guys. Who's your 4th?
4th? Oh yeah, for the Portugal. It was Locatelli. That's right, Locatelli.
Okay, those 4. For me, I changed it. You know what? I'm gonna say 3-0. I'm gonna say Lorenzo Insigne. I'm gonna say Immobile. Immobile is gonna shine this game. He's gonna get his goal. And you know what? I'm gonna say Dybala. I think he's the heart of this team. He's a lion. Everyone says he's exhausted. He's tired. I think what's gonna happen is maybe he scores the first half, and then they take him off, and they put Tonali in the second half.
That's really accurate. I like yours better than I like that better than mine. Or at least Insigne 2 goals. Insigne 2 goals and Locatelli and Jorginho 1 of each. I think that could be it. So
like I said, anything can happen, and that's the beauty about football or culture, as we say. What jersey are you going to wear tomorrow? Is there a special jersey you're wearing tomorrow? Big game.
I have this, and I have my Euro 2020 sort of shirt, but I have to work tomorrow, so maybe I can wear this. I don't know. Yeah, I might wear this. Represent.
Oh, okay. Well, it has the signatures in the back and all that, like, or it's
No,
a certain number.
just this. It's just this is one, and I have another one that's like just says Campioni di Europa, and it has like the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Cool,
think
cool.
I'm probably gonna go with this tomorrow. This is what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna put a picture on Instagram. I'm gonna put like game day or something.
Definitely. I'm definitely doing the same thing. Thank you so much, Santini, for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. So before we go, make sure you use the hashtag 90Minute Club and follow us on Twitter at 90Minute Club. We're going to post our video later on YouTube, and we're also going to post it maybe on Facebook and on my Instagram as well. Thank you so much for your time, Santino. And tomorrow, make sure you watch the game. Italy, Macedonia, 3:45 on ESPN Plus. We'll see you then. Ciao, Forza Italia.
Ciao, buonasera. Dai.
Ciao, ciao.